Hello, 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 everyone. Happy Sunday, guys. Happy Sunday. And welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. It's so good to see each and every one of you that is taking your time out on this beautiful Sunday evening to stop by and rock with Mocha once again. It's always a pleasure to have you here, and I truly, truly thank each and every one of you for being here, especially those of you that show up for the core value of the content that we bring. Tonight's conversation is one that needs to be had. It's intentional and it's very, very necessary. Was I planning on going live tonight? Not necessarily, but I'm here nonetheless. Tonight I'm going to just talk about something that shook my core on yesterday. And that is, why do people protect predators? Not only is that question, why do they protect them? I also want to know, why is it that they feel justified in doing so? This is about a pattern, and one that I see each and every time that I open up this live stream. And my subject is that family in Detroit and the things that they've allowed. So right now, guys, do me a favor. Grab your drinks. Grab whatever you need, water, tea, coffee, snack, your notes. Mocha wants you to get comfortable. And while doing so, make sure you tap that like button for your girl. I'm going to step away for a minute or two, just so everybody could get comfortable and those that are not yet here can gather. And when I come back, we're going to get into the conversation of why do people protect predators and feel justified in doing so. Give me just a few minutes, guys. We will be right back.
Welcome to Moca, no love bells. Hit that like button, you might break the scale. If you can't join the membership, still ride for free. 99, yeah, we lit in here. Comments popping, energy rocking, we all shine. We have a stay. We have a stay. Turn it up, we in the South with style and grace. Mocha got 'em talking, can't nobody take a place. Nah, from the bayou to the block, we drop truth, not tea. You ain't gotta pay the vibe, hit that like for free. Every panel on fire, every topic gon' trend. If you ain't a member yet, you still a friend, amen. Got love for the real, was no time for the mess. We keep it authentic, that's no labels at its best. Welcome to Moca, no love bells. Where the truth ring loud like church bells. Like, comment, subscribe, free 99 if you ride. We don't fake the vibe, we go live, we outside. Welcome to Moca, no love bells. Where the truth ring loud like church bells. Like, comment, subscribe, free 99 if you ride. We don't fake the vibe, we go live, we outside. It's Mocha and the crew, we the talk of the streets. Bring the real back to YouTube, no scripts, no beats. We laugh, we drag, we educate too. All the bells in the chat know how we do. So tap in, lean back, sip your drink real slow. Let the haters keep watching, we steal the show. From Mocha to Nola, we hold it down steady. Platinum plus approved, that girl stay ready. Welcome to Mocha, na 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 bells. Welcome to Mocha, na 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 bells. Welcome to Mocha, no love bells. Where the truth ring loud like church bells. Like, comment, subscribe, free 99 if you ride. We don't fake the vibe, we go live, we outside. Welcome to Mocha, no love bells. is pure, real talk. She ain't following a trend, she lead her own walk. No cameras, my mic check with no lights on blast. But every episode hit like first class. We ain't gossiping, we testifying, keep it bold. Every story got a lesson that need to be told. So hit that bell, join the ride in style. Welcome to Moca, stick around for a while. Welcome to Moca, no love bells. Where the bells ring truth and the chat stay lit. Like, comment, subscribe, don't quit. If you can't join the membership, free not be nice. Still with it. Still with it. We outside. We outside.
All right, guys, we're back. We're back. We're back. Once again, welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you all once again for tuning in for another little episode. We're not here for a long time, but we are here just to make some things clear. Just to make some things clear. You know, this conversation tonight exists because too many children have been harmed. Too many have been harmed while these adults choose comfort, loyalty, and silence over the truth. Those of you that are just coming in the chat, welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you hit the like button for your girl. Tonight we're going to talk about the behaviors, the horrible behaviors of those that choose to protect monsters like Jarvis Butts. See, this ain't about seeking justice for Naziah Harris. This is all about protecting Jarvis Butts. And for anybody that's out there, and this conversation at any point makes you uncomfortable, ask yourself, why? Why? Hear everything that we say and do. Everything that we say and do here is for educational purposes. It's our opinions. And we all have that right. We all have that right. Ross, thank you so very much, my love. Thank you so very much. And everyone, welcome. All information here is alleged. Our opinions. It's for commentary and reaction purposes only. And you know, when we see people that approaches chat rooms, not defending what's being said, but being a disruption. One of the reasons I believe that this takes place is out of fear. Fear of exposure. And let's start there. That's one of the reasons that people protect predators. And ever since this case has been a case, that family has fought tooth and nail to protect Jarvis Butts. They're not worried about Naziah. And she was a baby in all of this. It ain't Naziah that they're worried about. They're worried about Jarvis Butts. You see, when I say exposure, I don't mean the embarrassment part. I don't mean social media chatter. I mean truth. Truth, connecting dots. See, predators, they don't exist alone. They exist in environments around those very people that disrupt chats, that saw something, heard something, entertained with them, and stayed quiet. So when accountability shows up, fear kicks in. Not fear for the predator himself, but fear for the fact that they may get exposed. So you ain't protecting Naziah. What you're protecting is the role that you play. And that's why the outbursts have been outbursts. And I find it so sad. I find it so sad and disheartening that this so saved family cannot give this baby the justice that she deserves because they're full of confusion and confusion in all the wrong places. Because instead of swinging for me, if you were not full of guilt, you should have been swinging for Jarvis Butts. And now, being that Jarvis has been locked up for as long as he's been locked up, you should have been swinging at the prosecutor. You should have been swinging at the DA. You should have been swinging at those people. Because how do you offer initially first degree redrunk, and then you take that charge and you diminish it? Now we're looking at second degree redrunk. Make that make sense. So if you're going to be mad with somebody, that's where your anger should have been from day one. But don't come out here swinging on the truth, because my truth will never stop. And for those of you that were here on yesterday and you all saw this fiasco, let me ask you one question. Who do you all think, really think, when that bucket came in here swinging, who do y'all really think that bucket was protecting? I'll wait, because I don't want it to seem as if I'm reading into something that truly don't exist. But I do know that swing was one of those type of swings where it appeared you're trying to hide something or cover something. Everyone that just entered the chat, welcome, welcome, welcome. And happy Sunday to you all. Exactly, PJ. Came in here swinging to protect herself, being a distraction, protecting herself from the role that she played. Exactly, Samantha, is definitely herself, because she played a role somewhere, somehow. She knew. She knew. But then you get antsy. You get disturbed and you get upset when Moca comes out here and Moca puts a spotlight on how you all failed a 13-year-old. You don't blame Moca. You don't blame another content creator. You don't blame nobody out here that's exposing what you all have allowed. A well-known pedo you all allowed around all these young children, and he touched them all. Swinging for me while Naziah is still missing. But do you all really care? No, you don't. Because if you really cared about where she is at this very moment, your energy would be different. It would be directed different. But that says a lot about who you all really are. And that speaks volumes to me. Y'all sit there. Y'all protect yourselves and y'all protect these predators because y'all choose family loyalty over morality. And it's sad how loyalty for nastiness was taught before ethics. Silence came because y'all didn't want truth to ever come out. Y'all rather protect a nasty ass reputation before safeguarding these children. Leisure Lady said it's so sad. A whole child is missing. Leisure Lady, and the sad part about that, they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. And you know, your upbringing and what you've been through, nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about that because y'all all are grown. Y'all grew up in this dysfunction. Y'all were raised in this dysfunction. Y'all had every opportunity in life to make it right, fix your mess. But instead, y'all watch children. Y'all watch children go through this. Y'all watch children suffer and y'all said nothing, but y'all could come out here telling the world how you saved your own children. Make that make sense. So you loved your child. But whatever happened to this little girl and the other little girls that was there, that didn't matter to you all. Thank you so very much for supporting the channel, Leisure Lady. So the lies that you all tell, you all need to stop and just go away. Go away. Because you all know exactly what happened to Naziah. I don't even doubt that y'all don't know where she is. Y'all sit there. Y'all got children growing up hearing things like, oh, baby, don't worry about it. That's still your uncle. Uncles have no business touching children in the worst way possible. Y'all have children saying, you know, y'all scaring children with don't put family business in the street. What business? What business? We don't do that to our own children. And that's exactly why here you have Naziah. Nobody knows where she is. Disappeared at the age of 13, full of a baby, pregnant. We know, us on the outside, we know that's not Naziah's first baby. Y'all know it too. But y'all come out here pretending, wanting the world to believe y'all didn't know nothing. Y'all knew it all. Y'all wasn't out here trying to protect this child. And when all of this went down, y'all made it seem like Naziah was the problem, not Jarvis. Make this shit make sense. Y'all are too busy trying to protect your last name, your bloodline. Save Annette. Save my grandfather. Save my uncle. What? What? Loyalty without morals is just an organized silence. And who pays the price other than these children over and over and over again? And I can't just mention Jarvis's name in this because that whole family dynamic falls under the threshold with that predatory behavior. Not only were the males in that house predators, That family dynamic, the female predators were just as loud, just as obvious. It spoke volumes. Simone said they never gave a damn about Naziah. And Simone, they didn't. They didn't. Because if they did, we wouldn't be having this conversation today. And Naziah wouldn't be missing. Wherever Naziah is in this very moment. Because I'm going to always say, I know that baby is somewhere safe. Whether they want to admit it or not. Oh yeah, Jarvis was a monster. A nasty monster. But he had a love for that little girl that no grown man should have had for a 13-year-old. But he was a sick one. And he loved her more than he loved Shannon. He loved her more than he loved any woman that he's ever been with. Because Naziah reminded him of somebody. That's why he put so much effort and energy into her. What he did was it right? No, absolutely not. So it's my belief. He has her somewhere safe. Because there's no way, no way she vanishes without a trace, without a sign, not even a sock left behind, a teddy bear, and nothing left behind other than the things that that family went and planned to throw the whole investigation off. Y'all planted things because y'all didn't want the truth out. So don't get mad at me. Get mad at the decisions and the choices that you all have made. And once again, I can't blame it on the fact that y'all were wanting to protect him. Y'all were trying to save y'all. And that's the bottom line to that. Y'all were trying to save y'all as y'all are now. Y'all afraid of me, and I'm aware of that. Y'all are afraid of me. I'm aware of that. Because you don't know what I know. Because you could never be in the space that I'm in to be blessed with what I know. That's why you swing. Because when I come out here and I speak, I don't just speak to be speaking, but when I speak your truth. And when I speak your truth, I expose exactly who you are, your nastiness, and everything there is about you. Everything that you've ever participated in, everything that you've ever allowed and said nothing because you were there. I don't care what you say. You were there. Y'all saw that baby be abused over and over and over again. Not only did you all see her be abused, but you saw the others be abused as well. But that wasn't your concern. Your concern was getting high and drinking. Your concern was too busy entertaining men that like little children. That says a lot about your character. My friend says they need to make him tell where that baby is. Not only do they need to make him tell where that baby is, I don't think Jarvis Butts, and this is only my opinion, I don't think Jarvis Butts could rightfully so say, hey, this is where she is, because he's not going to tell. But I think what he will do is tell exactly what they did to her. And he rescued her from it. And that's when it falls in Shannon and Annette's lap. Because I do believe that Jarvis Butts rescued that baby from the hands of those monsters because of Shannon's jealousy of a 13-year-old, a grown woman, jealous of a 13-year-old, put that child through things no child should ever go through. For a man that loved her more Loved the 13-year-old more than the actual woman that he laid there and made all those babies with. Your niece. You're competing with your niece over a man who was for the streets. Kathy says, all things come to light that's done in the dark. Keep shining, Miss Mocha, and keep exposing. Thank you, baby. The problem is I'm sick of these people. That family can't control themselves. So there's no way they can control what's going on with Jarvis. And right now, they're afraid of Jarvis too. Because Jarvis is sitting in a place to as right now, Jarvis is no longer playing checkers. He is definitely playing chess. Jarvis is holding a piece that could crumble their whole existence. Remember, Jarvis has been in that family long enough. Jarvis knows the ins and outs. Jarvis knows what they have allowed. He knows what they've done. He knows who was there. And because he knows who was there, that's why they're swinging. They don't want their truth to come out. Because once Jarvis starts talking, he's going to implicate them all. So they have misdirected anger. Marty says, I think he had Bucky before, the same age twin. They all got inbred and says dirty secrets. Now they want to get shame over the clan. Marty, these people don't know what shame is. Because if she was embarrassed about anything, she would have never came out here doing what she did. And the thing what gets me is this lady is blocked on my page, y'all, with 10 names prior to yesterday. Prior to yesterday, this lady has been blocked 10 times. So here it is on yesterday. You take your own good time and you make all these other, thank you so very much, Leisure Lady. You take your good time and you come back with extra pages for what? What is it that Mocha is saying or what Mocha is bringing forth to the table that has you shaking in your boots, Bucket? What is it? That part, TB, that generation of curse was never broken. Not one person said enough is enough. Instead, they embraced it and they allowed it. Cool Girl Sister says, Mocha, everyone knows what was going on with that family. Even the neighbors, and wouldn't say nothing, but they knew. That family, one thing we have to understand, Cool Girl Sisters, that family is treacherous. Right? They're nasty. They're grimy. They do the most. And in the neighbor's defense, and out of the words, out of the mouths of Bucket, let me say this. And Mocha's not going to ever come out here and speculate. I'm not going to make things up. Now, I want you all to put yourselves in the neighbor's shoes when I say this, right? Bucket told me from her mouth to my ears. Bucket said to me, she had to be careful how she says certain things about Annette, how she says certain things about that family bloodline. So I question what you mean. She said over the years, people that cross the net, people that expose the net. Her exact words were, Mocha, they came up missing. She said they came up missing. So if family members came up missing that didn't want no more part of that lifestyle, right? If family members didn't want no more parts of that demonic entity and tried to expose them and came up missing, how do you think the neighbors feel? The neighbors they didn't want no parts of that. So on the neighbor's side, I could understand, especially if you've been around these people all these years and you see how they move. Cynthia Harmon says JB was hunching the whole family. Cynthia Harmon, of course he was. But Cynthia Harmon, we also have to understand the family was hunching on each other. The family, Henry Boone, welcome, my love. The family hunches on each other. That goes back to the doors of access. Cynthia Harmon, he could have never done it if they weren't doing it. He was comfortable because they were comfortable. They allowed it, and all he did was fell right in on what was already going on. That part, PJ. PJ says, we know they know more than what they're telling us. But the one thing that they don't know, God is the way, the truth, and the light. They don't know nothing about that. They figure that they could keep doing this demonic stuff. They could keep doing this dark, nasty stuff, and it would never be exposed. Marty says they're too busy protecting themselves. They all went blind when it came to Naziah. That part, Marty. We could call Jarvis a demon all day long, right? We could call him a monster all day long. But for as many monsters and demons that we call him, we have to also address that family the very same way. Demons don't play in a playground with somebody that's not a demon. Remember that. Remember that. Samantha says, I believe every girl in their family has been touched at a young age. Where do you think it's normal? And Samantha, they've been conditioned to believe it's normal. And then they want to come and pour those nasty beliefs onto the world. And we're supposed to accept that? There's no way. Go find another playground to play in, because over here ain't it. They're definitely going to hell. And it's sad when a family could sit there and watch children suffer. Little children who should be running outside, playing, catching fresh air, and doing what children do. But y'all got them locked up in a basement. Y'all got them locked upstairs with old men while y'all collect money for the deeds these old men are doing with these children. I don't care how many times y'all came out here and tried to justify that video with Eric Gamble, all hugged up in that hotel room with Naziah. That never sat well with me. That never sat well with me. I'm a grown woman. And I can imagine what this child felt laying up in a hotel with an old ass grown man. And not just a grown man, her great uncle, a tier 3 pedo who's been charged over and over and over again for violent offenses, abusing women to take it. So if he's violent in that way with women, and this is not something Moca's making up, his own paper, if this child was not cooperating the way he wanted her to cooperate, imagine what that baby went through. Imagine. But it's our fault, though. Our fault. And you all are out there still making excuses for the video that the world has already seen. You all have to make that make sense. That family never had boundaries. There was no such thing as red flags in that family. Samantha said Jarvis knows, and he's banking on being released. Of course he is. Of course he is. And you know, Samantha, not only is he banking on being released, right? He's banking on this. I could be wrong, but I believe that Jarvis feels that he has enough information. You hear me? I believe he feels he has enough information to get all of them charged. He has enough information, regardless of the twisted and sick mindset that he had and the dangers that he put these children in doing what he did. He's going to flip the switch. Okay, I got all of this on me, but I ain't going down by myself. Let me put all of this out on y'all. Charge them all. Mama, daughters, cousins, sisters, friends. The old men that had in that home. Charge them all. And that's what they're afraid of. And this is sad. This is sad on all levels for grown women. Put yourself, instead of aggravating the hell out of me, put yourself in that child's shoes. Put yourself in all those children's shoes, ma'am. You got a daughter. Instead of bothering other people, go and find some dignity within yourself and do the right thing for once. Because what you do in the direction you move it and what you got going on, that ain't it. Samantha says, I remember when you broke it down that night when Jarvis rescued her. That's the day I subscribed to your channel. Thank you, Samantha. But he rescued her for real. I don't give a shit what they say. Hey, Kim Brown, thank you, baby. She said, keep exposing them. Marty says they never took their kids around a net freaky house. Why not, Bucket? Why not? Y'all two just as guilty as the whole Harris Gamble freaky circus thing. Marty, let's not forget. Let's not forget it. And Marty, we got to find another name for the other one. We don't want to put their names in my chat. Listen, we can't forget that they are Harris Gambles. The apple never falls too far from the tree. Lady Libra, I see you, boo. This is insane. Samantha said she thought she could trick you, Mocha. She was sent. Remember, each family member tried to team up with a content creator and did. Did. And then the thing is, she lies about it. You know, I don't care what Mocha said to you, but don't go and flip the narrative and erase what you said to Mocha. And then when you're challenged, you try to clean it up. You are a first class liar. I'm aware of that. And anybody that could do what has been done to Naziah, and y'all know it, ain't nothing y'all say is credible. Nothing that y'all say should ever be trustworthy from anybody, because y'all failed a child. So if y'all lied to that baby over and over and over again about helping her, saving her, protecting her, and y'all didn't, that ain't a damn thing y'all could say to me as an adult that would make me think y'all could ever be credible. Leisure lady, checkmate. A net could definitely make you disappear. And that's why the neighbors are so quiet. That's why they're quiet. Simone, they knew what was going on there. They knew. They knew. All these years. They want to be gatekeepers. They want to be protectors. They want to control things. But who protected those children? And my question to the chat, can you all help me out and tell me, why is it that people like this choose comfort over justice? Why is it that they prefer comfort? Is it that they don't want their lifestyle to be exposed? They don't want their secrets out? Or they just want to keep running the street doing what they're doing and constantly ruining children? Because that's what it appears to me. Every child. And I wouldn't even doubt if it's their own. We just don't know. We just know about what happened in the next house because that's the house that's been exposed. All these children have suffered some sort of trauma. They've been hurt in the worst way. Exactly, Carla Henry. They let it happen. And that makes them demons. This is ridiculous. Carla Henry said all of them who hurt those children will pay. Exactly, Carla Henry. Exactly. Kathy, you're absolutely right. That behavior didn't just start with Jarvis. No, ma'am. And we can't say it started with him, right? Because look at Annette. I had a baby for her brother at a very young age. Look at Naziah's mama. She had a baby for Annette's husband. Look at Shannon. She had all these children by Jarvis. Look at Marquita. She had a baby for Jarvis too. And here come 13-year-old Naziah, the niece, pregnant by Jarvis. Look at Naziah's mama. She slept with Jarvis. Annette slept with Jarvis. So do y'all think this is normal? There's nothing normal about this. Absolutely nothing normal about this. But then you want to come out here and you want to swing. Ma'am, please go away. And don't ever come back. Ever. Because at some point, enough is enough. Samantha says, can't the uncle be charged still? Since the picture was posted, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to speak on that, Samantha. And the reason I refuse to speak on that is because you got to remember we're dealing with Michigan. Just from this Naziah case, Michigan is showing us that they have laws that are not for children. Marty said Butts got him all nervous because he know all them dirty secrets. That's why Butts, oh, girl, shut up. Marty said that's why they deal offered, they don't want no trial because that's when everything erupt like a volcano. They're afraid of Jarvis and what Jarvis knows because he holds the missing pieces. Essie said he is sick to the core of his devilish soul. Of course he's sick, Essie. But Essie, we have to also hold them accountable too. Because the same sickness that he possessed, they possess it too. All day long, we want justice for that baby. Carla Henry said he needs to rot in jail. They better not let that demon out. As we know, the laws in Michigan are truly, truly strange. Carla Henry, this is what I want you to think about. What you just said made a whole lot of sense, right, sis? Carla Henry, why would they offer Jarvis 10 to 15 years? Besides that, now this is outside of the Naziah case, right? Why would they offer him 10 to 15 years with stipulations of having to be on a registry for a lifetime, having to not have contact with the victims, having to report to a parole officer or whatever, and having to wear an ankle monitor? That never rang a bell to y'all? That never clicked in y'all's head? Don't something not sound right with that? Because if you're going to take a first degree redrum charge, which was the first thing sitting on the table, then you take that redrum charge, the first degree, and you drop it down to second degree. Something in my gut is telling me that that second degree charge is going to disappear. And the only charges that's going to still be there, because the family don't care. That's why I say what I say. The only charges that's going to stick, in my opinion, is going to be the charges for the CSC on all those little girls. And all they're offering this man is 10 to 15. And he's going to get those 10 to 15 with time served. If you all understand where I just went with that, let me know you understand. And if you think, no, Mocha, that don't sound right. No, Mocha, it ain't going to go down like that. I need to hear your opinions as well, because we're in this together. It ain't about what Mocha says is factual. It's us walking through this together. Because my thing is, why would you take the first degree off the table? Offer me second degree redrum. Jarvis know what time it is. He threw it back at him. I don't want that. But now you're going to tell me I could get 10 to 15 for this. What? And I do believe 10 to 15 is all there's going to be with time served. But that's supposed to be a family that cared. If that family cared, if that family really cared all that extra energy and time that they're putting, making all these fake accounts come and disturb me and what I do. If they'd have put half of that energy in seeking justice for Naziah, fighting the courts to make sure they do what they do, where this man could never walk. Listen, the first degree charge would have never went away. It would have never went away. But y'all got too much time on your hands, worrying about what people in the street think, instead of worrying about Naziah. That speaks volumes on who you heifers are. Carla Henry said they should have evidence to put Annette and Shannon them in jail. Hang tight, Carla Henry. Annette and Shannon is witnesses for the prosecution. They're going to be used, in my opinion. Their day is coming too. This is insane. My family did it. They showed me that it was all about protecting the family's name. That's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking. And I'm sorry you had to go through that. I am so sorry that you ever had to go through that. Nobody should have to go through that, to whereas a child's story is not believable, but yet an adult could walk away knowing that they didn't hurt a child. My God, my God. Cool Girl Sister says, Mocha, with all this going on about the trial, these kids are going to be messed up so bad as they get older. Carla Henry want to know what type of parents Annette had. Well, Carla Henry, the answer to that is easy. From what we know, because you know we've been on this from day one. Carla Henry, from everything that's been exposed, she comes from a very incestual set of parents. Samantha says they need to investigate the other missing children who were under Annette's care. And where is Marquita's baby by Jarvis? Samantha, that's a real good question, right? But this is the story that they put out, which makes no sense to me. See, their lies, if you just listen to their lies, because once you lie, you have to continue lying. You have to continue lying. Per Shannon. Shannon's exact words were, Marquita was pregnant by Jarvis. Shannon says Marquita aborted the baby. She said the reason that it was aborted. Hey, Dorothy Ann. She said because Marquita didn't like light-skinned men. And in my opinion, that made absolutely no sense. You knew he was light-skinned when you laid with him. That's number one. Then you went right on. And that's when Dre came into the picture. You laid up with him. He ain't that much darker than Jarvis. So it's the lies that you tell. It's the lies that they tell. And if you're not paying attention and you're not following along, they will suck you in to their lies. And all you need is common sense and a little discernment to understand this messy, sick, and nasty situation. Simone said Jarvis is going to get out and do the same thing. That's his nasty nature. Yeah. Marty said Butts know exactly what he's doing. When he got involved with Shannon, because he was free to do what he wanted. Let's face it. What decent man is going to lay down? Oh, Lord, Marty crazy. Marty said, what decent man going to lay down with Shannon? And hey, Lachelle, but it's not even about that, right? My take on all of this is these heifers know that they failed those children. They know they failed. They didn't protect them. They didn't speak up for them, right? So instead of facing that guilt, Bucket, instead of facing the guilt of knowing what you did not do to protect Naziah, to save Naziah, to save the other little girls in that house, let's talk about it. Instead of facing that guilt, you choose to come out here and attack. See, aggression. Aggression is exactly what shame looks like because it refuses to self-reflect. You don't want to see the wrong in what you've done. You don't want to see that you didn't make the best decisions. You don't want to see that. And instead of taking all that extra energy, just hopping from platform to platform to platform, making it all about you. What I did. You didn't do nothing. Not nothing that benefited these children. And it's a shame to say because you all found out about this, what happened to Naziah. Y'all claim y'all didn't know. Okay, I'm going to give y'all that pass that y'all didn't know. Let's start there. Even if y'all did not know, I'm going to do an even bigger one for you. Even if y'all found out when YouTube found out. Y'all had every opportunity to do so much more. Y'all had every opportunity to make this shit right. But y'all didn't. And instead of y'all being stand-up, decent women that y'all want us to believe that y'all are, when clearly y'all are not, there's nothing nobody could have said, nothing nobody could have handed me that I would have just willingly accepted without proof. Now, we wasn't doing none of that. Because if I really care about her and love her and want justice for her, the devil in hell couldn't hold me back. But instead, y'all sit there, y'all make excuses for Annette. Y'all make excuses for Lady. Y'all make excuses for Eric Gamble. Y'all make excuse for everybody that failed those children, even your damn selves. But yet, complete justice, right? Complete justice for who? Complete justice praying that you don't get implicated. Complete justice in what? Praying that your name don't be called on a roll when Jarvis Butts do his roll call. That's what that's all about. Because you better believe he's going to call your name. Everybody's going to get checked off his list. Rather you want to be implicated, yes or no. Mr. Butts, who was at the party? Mr. Butts, who was in your presence when this, that, and the other happened? Mr. Butts, how many people are aware of what was the situation in Annette's home? Your name is coming up, ma'am. That's what you need to be afraid of. Stop being afraid of Mocha. Oh, Mocha doing this, I ain't giving the people what they want. I'm giving the people what God gave me to give them. And you can bank on that. So I'll be everything you want to call me, man. I'm not a liar. I don't turn a blind eye when I see children are in pain. And y'all did the most. Y'all did the most. Just knowing this man was in your presence with the type of record that he had. How could y'all comfortably sit amongst that? Being totally honest, being where I'm from, he would have never been comfortable. He wouldn't have been able to eat, swallow, chew, nor suck through a straw. Not around mine. But y'all allowed it. And y'all were comfortable with it. And the sad part about it, there were benefits. Y'all, there were some things that y'all benefited from that. So until you own up to the benefits that you got out of it and what made you easy with it, you will never have a moment's peace. And the fact that you're not peaceful and the demons are shaking in you like they're shaking in Teresa, that's why you're out here swinging. But one thing I want you to know, you will never distract my mission. You will never, ever, not ever again, and I could promise you that, interfere with my purpose. Because what you came in here and done last night, it was done out of malice because you are the Tasmanian devil. Take that energy and bring it to Annette. That's what you do. Bring it there. Take that same energy and give it to Shannon. Too late to give that energy to Jarvis because you missed your opportunity. If you really want to do something that's productive, and if you really want to be the people's champ, go on and tell America where's Naziah. Because y'all know. Y'all know. Y'all may not know her exact location, but y'all know about where she is. Y'all know whose presence she's been in. Y'all even know what the baby's name is. So why play this game? Why? And one of the things, I love my chat. One of the things y'all, please tell me, in a situation like this, in such a situation, make me understand, why does Mocha's truth, why is it that Mocha's truth make that bucket so hostile? All the water didn't fell out the bucket. The bucket didn't flipped over. Every time Mocha lights up this stage with the truth, this is what happens. Essie said that's the dumbest excuses to come up with. She couldn't come up with nothing else. Essie, that part. Hey, Lachelle, that part. Dorothy Ann say they don't care because they know exactly where she is. They know exactly where she is. And I kind of believe that. Essie said, just wait, Mocha, they all going to reap what they sow. Marty said January 9th made 3 years that Naziah has disappeared. And Marty, isn't that a shame? 3 years. 3 years. And that family has done nothing productive. Nothing. They couldn't even give her a decent balloon release. And that speaks volumes. but yet y'all care. Evelyn Gentry say, how them demons witness and they allowed it all. They allowed it. Very comfortable. 3 years. And this is all we get out of them. This is all we get out of them. Cool Girl Sister says, Mocha, do you notice that Bucket is the only one from that family? Always want to come out here with distractions. It's a mental thing for her. It's a mental thing from her. Carla Henry said, Mocha, girl, let me address this. She says, Mocha, I ran into a teenager on YouTube and she says Naziah is still alive. Carla Henry, in Mocha's heart of heart, right? I too believe that Naziah is still alive. Miss Antoinette, welcome, my love. I do believe that Naziah is still alive, right? But Carla Henry, be very mindful of the information that you absorb from that little girl. I know you're talking about Nova Wova. She's very, be careful how you say this, Mocha. She too is a product of her environment. That little girl, she too needs some serious healing. And I pray that God intervenes, pick Nova up, turn her around, clean her situation up, because right now Nova and Naziah is the same age. Nova's pregnant right now. And Nova got everything that Nova knows from her mom. Nova has been writing this story since it broke. We can't take what she say and run with it, right? She wants to be seen. She wants to be heard. I get it. But what that little girl don't know is she's playing a dangerous game. And I would never believe, although I do believe that Naziah is still here, one thing I don't think is possible is that she's moving around. I don't believe she's moving around. So what little Nova got going on now? Mm-mm. But I do believe she's alive. I do believe that she's alive. But these people need to get it together and stop fighting the wrong people, because I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them. And I shouldn't have to come out here another day and let the world know how sick you really are, ma'am. You're protecting all the wrong things. Because when Naziah needed you, where were you? When the other little girl that Jarvis touched, his own daughter, when she needed you, where were you? If you wanted to do anything decent, and if you wanted to do anything good, you would have stepped in the moment you saw these children being uncomfortable. And to Mocha, a child being uncomfortable in my eyes is this. Y'all sitting up there smoking, drinking, and entertaining nasty men. Right? There's no way none of these children should have ever been in an adult's environment. And that's how these children became easy targets. Because these children partied even with y'all, with these old men. They did. Be safe, sis. We ain't gonna be on here much longer. So if you wanted to save a child, you could have saved them in that moment. Let your auntie, the matriarch, know. That's when you should have stopped it. The matriarch, yeah, her. You should have told her, this ain't right for children. That's what you should have told her. This ain't where children should be. But instead, you partied right along with them because you thought it was cute. You thought it was funny. You thought it was going to get you what you need. You was looking for attention from men, and look what kind of men. You sought attention from those type of men. Thank you, sis. You sought attention from those type of men, overlooking the fact that those very same men were looking at those little girls. Why? Why? What type of mindset do you sit on? How does that make it okay? So in all essence, the more I look at it, Naziah was more mature than you mentally. Well, we knew she outranked Shannon, but for you to sit your ass there and entertain these type of men, oh Lord, who does this? Exactly, Miss Antoinette. Miss Antoinette said, I make all children go somewhere else when I'm parting out of my face, period. That part. But they were too busy, Miss Antoinette, looking for attention from the wrong type of men and ignoring the fact that these men were getting them high and getting them drunk and watching these children all the while. Make it make sense. But you all of a sudden got a word. All of a sudden you got something to say. Are you kidding me? You should forever be quiet and go play somewhere where it's safe. See, since I've been doing this, I've covered many cases, but there's only one where I've been attacked like this. Not questioned, not challenged, but attacked. Fake accounts. Coordinated disruption. And it's coordinated because who sits there and make them many accounts? That's harassment in a 50th degree. And then maybe y'all think that's bad. You create these accounts. You come harassing me. You say this, you do that. Thank you, sis. You say this, you do that, right? But then when Moca gets in her bag, and then Moca started exposing you and cursing you from the floor up, tell you too how once you do that, thank God YouTube knows Moca and what Moca's capable of doing. You come here, tell YouTube how you go back and report my channel after I done cursed you from the floor up. How I done undressed you. Let YouTube know what you do. See, that's child's play to me. You're one of those throw a brick and hide your hand type of hoes. You come distract and disrupt my flow. And then when I open up the pot and start dishing it out to you, mentally you're not prepared for it. Emotionally you can't take it. And Mocha hurts you from the core, from the inside out when she brings it to you. And you're not everything that you want the world to believe that you are. Because then when Mocha do you dirty, you run to YouTube. Oh, she's cursing on her channel. Oh, she's saying this and she stop it. Just like you trying to go report and tattletale on me, you should have told somebody on Jarvis. But YouTube says, we know Mocha. We know how she get down. Thank you, sis. I respect that. YouTube said I know Mocha. So what did you really thought you was going to get out of that? Absolutely nothing, ma'am. You stopped nothing. You need to get yourself some help. That's what you need to do. And Miss Antoinette, that's just what she is. That's just what she is. Ms. Marty said, Ms. Mocha, they want the support and love you get from your supporters and your family. She got a long way to go. She got a long way to go. She need to change her behavior. She need to change her mindset. You see, the thing that they don't understand is truth tellers. And that's one thing I've come to understand. A truth teller don't get attacked because they're wrong. A truth teller don't get attacked because they're lying. They get attacked because people like me pop my shit. And what I'm doing is disrupting a system that they've been so accustomed to for years. I'm out here pulling out their truths. I'm telling the world who they are, what they've done, where they've neglected, and how they put those children in danger. And they don't like it. See, lies don't need defending, but systems of silence do. When people show more smoke for truth seekers than for predators, man, that ain't confusion. That's a problem. Thank you, sis. People don't attack what don't threaten them. And I said it in the beginning, Mocha's a threat. And they don't mobilize like this unless something they've been protecting is in danger of being exposed. That's what's happening. She's being exposed. And every time I open up that chat, I could talk about anything, anybody. She's minding her business. The minute Jarvis Butt's name comes in my title, the minute Naziah's name comes in my title, here she comes. What's the problem, ma'am? Please help me help you. What's the problem? Miss Antoinette said go for the white meat. The white and the dark, Miss Antoinette. Because, hey, King Yetta Marie, welcome, boo. And I need y'all to help me, right? Why, y'all? Tell me, why do you all think this case triggers so much hostility from Bucket? Why do y'all think she's so mad? Beautiful soul, welcome, boo. Why do y'all think she's so mad? Why is she so angry? Help me out, somebody, because I'm still trying to understand, is it only Mocha's truth? Thank you, sis. My sister said, you better keep speaking your truth. Is it only Mocha's truth that got her antsy? Kathy said, Mocha, you have uncovered that operation layer by layer. I thank God for using your platform unapologetically and with no fear. Thank you, my love. God bless me with this platform. And he gave me this voice to speak on behalf of those that aren't able to speak for themselves. And I refuse to take my gift and allow the trashiest people of the world to disrupt or distract where I'm going with this. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. So it doesn't matter how many times she try to throw salt on my name. It will never change who I am. It will never change where I'm going. And it will never change. It would never change the abilities that I have to reach places that she'll never be able to go. Look at my sis, because you're the truth teller. Thank you, sister. Silence gets real loud. Been silent all this time, but your silence gets real loud when Mocha's truth gets extra close. I want you all to know something. And if I've never said it before, I'm going to say it today. And I want you all to understand me, because when I speak from a place of love. Always. I don't do this to be liked. I really don't. I do this because every child, regardless of where they come from, regardless of their walk of life, every child deserves truth. Every child. And if standing in that truth makes me a target, guess what? Then I know I'm standing exactly where I'm supposed to be. Exactly where I'm supposed to be. I was chosen for this. And I can't make nobody understand it. But I will make everybody respect it. Because this is who I am. And I'll go to hell and back seeking justice for these children and exposing these family members. Thank you, sister. My sister said, go Met. Now check your cash app. Girl, stop. I'm going to do everything that's in my power to continue speaking love, light, and seeking justice for all these children. And I won't stop until every family member that has harmed a child, put a child in harm's way, expose them to things that they should have never been exposed to. They will be exposed, whether they like it or not. Because again, like I said, I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to do what's right. Because Mocha has morals. And my morals clearly don't align with their morals. Because I don't know what they're working with. I don't know what they're dealing with. But it ain't for me to figure out. That ain't my position to try to figure that out. So the problems that they're having is problems within themselves. And that ain't Mocha's problem. That ain't Mocha's problem. Platt, thank you. Sis Platt sent me a cash app. Thank you, my love. And look at my sister Regina sent a cash app as well. Thank you, sister. So I appreciate you ladies so very much. So what Mocha does here, my beautiful sister Rock, thank you so very much, sis. Marty says you reap what you sow. Hmm. You reap what you sow. I don't owe these people nothing. I've never owed these people nothing. I will not engage nor entertain these people. Marty said her sins are killing her because she knows she's a narcissistic hypocrite and is. And is. Absolutely nothing happened, Miss Antoinette, other than Cornell, hey baby, she came in yesterday, she disrupted my chat. So I had to address her. I had to address her. I really did. My girl TB said your words and tone is genuine. Your truth speaks volumes and the people hear you loud and clear. We appreciate your honesty and dedication. Thank you so very much, my love. That's all I got. That's all I got. Cornell says where there's smoke, there's fire. And there's a lot of smoke with that family. Absolutely. Okay, sis, I'm going to talk to you later. Be careful. Miss Antoinette said, you a boss smoker. Keep up the good work. Thank you, boo. But I want y'all to know we're in this together. We're in this together. I've always said there are no little I's and no big U's over here. I respect each and every one of you. And I'm grateful that you all decided, that this is where you all want to be. You all want to rock with Mocha, right? We don't downgrade people here. We don't do that. Shell Baby says, out of all the YouTube channels, I'd seen you spoke to me the strongest and I never left. Thank you for sharing your soul with all of us. Thank you, Shell Baby. Cornell says she thinks she's supposed to get a portion of y'all YouTube check. It's sad that some people actually think it's all about the money. Right? It's sad. Because I'm not one of these content creators that's on YouTube all day, every day, 3, 4, 5 times a day. No. Mocha has a life. I mean, a real life. But I do come out here and I share part of me with you all. God has blessed me. He's given me a gift and I bring that gift to the world. It ain't for clicks. It ain't for views. It's because I'm doing what I was called to do. My real life finances the way I live. I put in the work to bring the content to you all. YouTube is extracurricular for me. And those that's thinking monetary they don't have the mindset of a flea. Because sometimes, and I'm going to be honest, I sacrifice my evening. Sometimes I'm out here 2, 3 hours. And those 2, 3 hours, I could do a video. I could come out here. And if y'all think YouTube is paying like that, y'all need to think again. When you get $5, $6 on a video, huh? What you think I could do with that? So do something with your mindset. Do something with your mindset. Because if I had to depend on YouTube to eat, to breathe, to sleep, huh, to wash my ass, I would be just like y'all. I would be just like y'all. I don't come out here for this. I love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. And I've always said I would give everything to have a few loyal supporters than to have a chat room full of noise makers. No, that's not who I am. That's not my goal. Mm-mm. I don't need a room overflowing with people. I need a room full of like-minded people that move like me, that think like me, that want to seek justice like me, and that stands for what's right like me. That's who I am. And that's why I encourage you all. Because when Mocha do things on this channel, I don't want to leave nobody out, ever. And that's why when I say to you all, make sure if you can buy a membership to the channel, that's support enough for me. That means everything to me. Like I said, loyal supporters mean more than anything. And when I have those moments, and starting January, starting the new year, we're going to have more members only lives than anything. Because I want to have those intimate moments where I just speak to my people. And I don't want to leave nobody out. I want everybody to be able to get in that members only live. But the only way you could get in is if you're a member of the channel. You could be a subscriber, but you have to be a member. And my memberships start at $3.99. For those of you that do support the channel, I appreciate you to the highest. I really do. But we're not here for all night. No. I done came out here and I did what I had to do. I really did. And I just had to say what I had to say. Because one thing I know over here is that we've built a family. We've built a community on love and on respect. Thank you, Dr. J. Memberships start at $3.99, baby. Grab you one. We're a family over here. There's nothing nobody could say nor do that interfere with who we are. So we're going to be back out here tomorrow night doing what we do. And we're going to walk into the new year as a family, bringing good content, exposing those that needs to be exposed, seeking justice and truth for those that deserve it. Oh, Lord. And whatever this is in my chat, you know, you see how the devil works? You sit there. Hey, but welcome, welcome, welcome to the Nola Bells, friend. Thank you so much for being a member. Y'all know the devil is busy. Dr. J, you see that? Look at that demon distraction. I set my subscribers on. I set this live, right? For subscribers mode only. So that means that name says it all. That name says it all, right? But what's funny is I set subscribers mode on, right? And you have to actually sit in those bushes. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. 3 subscribers, okay. I'm looking at their whole profile. That's the devil for real. Right? So anyway, I set this on subscribers mode. So that means you set in the bushes, the devil. you set in the you set in the bushes. And you had to wait your turn to get in here. Right? And you waited. You waited and you waited. And you waited that long to come in here and say that. But it's okay. You waited that long to come in here and say that. And Mocha just took a few seconds and got you up out of here. It's the distractions for me. I can't do them. I can't do them. Evelyn Gentry, you already know. You already know. That's the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. But what we're going to do, we're going to flood it, flood the chat, flood the chat, flood the chat. We're a family here. Distractions aren't allowed. I love you all. I want you all to enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Enjoy what's to come of your tomorrow. Make sure you have your notifications set. We will be back live again tomorrow. And I appreciate each and every one of you that supports the channel. Cash apps tonight. Super chats, super stickers. I love you guys. Memberships. I love you guys. For those of you that may have forgotten to hit that like button, please go back and do so for your girl. And for those of you that have not engaged with the emojis to the right, as we play our outro song, I would love more than anything for you to tap those emojis. Tap those emojis to the right and let YouTube know that your girl is still out of here doing her thing. We come in love, light, and truth. And all we want is justice for these children. That's all we want. Justice for these children. I'm going to continue exposing the devil. Because ain't nobody mad but the devil, and we know it. Ain't nobody mad but the devil. Look at my beautiful sister Platt that redid that membership. I see you, sis. Love you, mama. But we're going to get out of here, y'all. Been out here an hour and a half. That's been long enough for a Sunday evening. But we're going to pop back out, show more love, and keep doing what we do. On that note, guys, I'm going to say I love you all. And I'm going to say God bless. And I'm going to say good night because we're leaving out of here as a family.
We stand tall, we rise as one. No truth in a chat full of cheer. Mocha in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall, we rise as one. Know the bells, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. Down in the NOLA where the soul don't break. Mocha built the lane where the real ones stay. Ain't no faking the funk, ain't no playing for clout. You bring that mess, we gon' sort that out. But this ain't about drama, it's about love. It's about healing, it's about trust. Every child, every voice, every name in the breeze. We gon' stand for the ones no one else gon' see. So we rise tall, we rise as one. Oh no, no bellows, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. One mic, one tribe, one mission in mind. We protect what's right and we hold that line. It's the chat where the truth and the love collide. Where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls. When you hear that bell, that's the call to act. We family now, and that's just facts. We stand tall, we rise as one. Know the bells, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This one's for every voice we fight for and every child who needs to be heard. We see you, we feel you. We stand with the truth. This is the Know the Bells. Leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Stand tall with join the family.
Good night, everyone. God bless. And I'll see you tomorrow.